Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. Excuse me for a moment while I put on fake glasses to make me look smarter, and go ahead and calm down by this very, very relaxing fire for the next 5 to 7 minutes. Now, I want to tell you a story told long ago. It's a story about, well, I'll let Ben tell it. For now, I better get back to my work.
The parable of the talents is located in the 25th chapter of Matthew's Gospel, and it is a tale of gifts and economics. That's half a joke, but it not only makes sense in the biblical context, but in our current world. Also, this isn't even a Bible. It's Harry Potter. The parable goes like this.
A king is going on a journey, so he gathers 3 servants and he entrusts them with some of his wealth. He gives each servant a different amount of talents.
The first one receives 5 talents. He gives the second servant 2 talents, and he gives the third and final servant only 1 talent. Just to put this into perspective about how much money that was, a talent is a piece of gold that, on average, weighed about 72 pounds each. Because the amount of gold each talent was, they roughly were worth $1,400,116 US.
The 3 leave and go, deciding what they want to do with their money. The first servant, the one who received the 5 talents, traded with them and received double what they originally had. The second servant did the same as the first and traded his 2 talents and made double back.
However, the third servant, probably possessed by a dog, dug a hole and buried the talent in the ground. He wanted to keep his master's money safe, you know, like a good boy.
After a long while of buying and selling and burying, the master finally returned. His 3 servants all showed him what they had done with his money.
Servant 1, come forth.
Master, you have given me 5 talents. See, I have made 5 more.
Well done, my good and faithful servant. I shall give you great responsibilities. Servant 2, come forth.
Master, you have given me 2 talents. See, I have made 2 more.
Nice. Servant 3,
Master, I knew you were a demanding person, harvesting where you did not plant and gathering where you did not scatter. So, out of fear, I went off and buried your talents in the ground. Here it is.
you wicked, lazy servant!
Have you ever been to a friend's house and they get into an argument with their parents?
So that I could have gotten interest on my return! Now then, take the talent from him and give it to the one with 10. And throw this useless servant into the darkness outside, where there will be wailing and grinding of teeth!
Yup, that's about it. There's quite a bit to unpack here, but the story's main message is that those who have talent, in this case is both the currency and skill, should use it to find fulfillment. If you do not, you will lose that talent and will not find happiness.
The very first line of the parable says, "For just as a man who was going on a journey." And while the comparison isn't finished, it is probably talking about heaven. As the story shows, the faithful people who use their gifts will be given the fullness of the kingdom, while the lazy ones are excluded from the kingdom.
When the first of the 2 servants presented their talents to the master, he said that their trading for him was small, but they received big responsibilities. This shows that you don't need to do something huge or grand with what you're given, but as long as you do something good, you will be rewarded.
The final servant, on the other hand, did nothing and was severely punished. He not only lost his gift, which was given to the first servant, but was scorned by his master for his inactivity. It didn't matter that the first servant already had more wealth in the first place, it was still given to him because he used what he was given.
The whole story connects to our relationship with God. We will be given various gifts by Him, and if we use them for good, then we will be rewarded. If we do not, however, we will lose these talents.
Even today, this still applies. Let's say someone is a great painter. They can make beautiful pieces of art, but they never do. They know that they have this ability, but out of fear, they bury it. They essentially lose their talent because it might as well have not been given to them.
The Servants and Their Talents is a story about encouraging us all to do something great with our gifts. We shouldn't neglect the gifts we're given, but we should use them as hobbies and passions. The moral of the story? When your mom gives you $20, don't bury it in the ground like a lunatic. So